Oh, come on, we can do better than this. This is a hard rock. How's everyone doing in here? That's better, all right. Now, some of you do know me, some of you don't. I'm going to give you a little introduction on me. I'm not actually this cool. My name is Carlos. I go by CeeLo sometimes on stage. It just depends on what neighborhood I'm running through. Now, I come from a family of 8 kids. And I know, my parents didn't have TV. Matter of fact, 2 of my siblings were born exactly a year apart. Must have been a rerun. Now, of those 8 kids, I was the youngest. I am the youngest. My birth certificate said "We the People." Now, hold on, I gotta get these mic stands out of my way. This is kind of distracting to me. But, going on, you're hearing that I'm the youngest. You're probably thinking, oh, he got spoiled. He got everything he wanted. No, it's not true. I didn't get everything I wanted. Sometimes, but not really. I got hand-me-downs. And my hand-me-downs sucked. Let me explain. 5 of my siblings were female. My hand-me-downs came from them, okay? Those ping-pongs hurt. Now, obviously, seeing as I was raised by them, they were the ones dressing me through elementary, junior high, and high school. So those school pictures were a little awkward. The 80s sucked. And yeah, I had the hair to match. Now, obviously, I thought maybe my mom was just letting him dress me, and she would tell him, he's had enough, go ahead and let him dress himself. So for senior picture, I was rocking a halter top and high heels. And I pulled it off. And she said, I'm getting all kinds of static. I don't know if it's the other mics or something here. All right. Well, so obviously, since I was, dressed funny through high school and all, I didn't date in high school. I had to rely on online dating. I met my ex-wife online. Yeah, ex. She, this was before eHarmony or the Match and all that stuff. That stuff doesn't work till now. And I'll say, I have been through a few relationships through online dating. I've dated a couple white girls, a couple Latinas. Recently, I actually dated a Filipina. And that one went so well, she opted to be deported. She told me our relationship was going in different directions. I didn't realize she had to book a flight for hers. My gosh, the relationship I'm in right now, she's actually taller than me. And when we walk hand in hand, it looks like she's walking me to school. Oh my gosh, I gotta say, like I said, I was previously married. I actually have 2 kids from that. And that's just proof nerds can procreate. I love them to death, and they're getting pretty close. I'm pretty sure some of you parents can relate. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just explain a little bit more about me as I was, as I've gone through my work history here. Okay, I started off working for a workers' comp firm, doing filing. And they fired me after a month because I didn't look happy. I didn't look happy filing. Just in case you didn't get that the first time. And, I was like, I'm not so excited about knowing my ABCs right now. Maybe back when I was in kindergarten, that made a big deal to me. I got a gold star, it was cool. But, now it doesn't really make a big deal. After that, I was working for a business solutions company called Hershey. And before you jump to conclusions, no, it's not the chocolate company. I worked for them doing imaging for medical records and school records and stuff like that. So obviously, it was not too hard, but they quit me. I didn't quit. They quit me. They told me I quit. They gave me my 2 weeks. I was like, I've still got stuff to do. that was a little awkward for me, but you know, what it happens, it happens. After that, I worked for Bally Total Fitness. Go ahead. Look at it. Before, after. This is 4 years at Bally's, okay? This is 4 years right here. I worked hard on this. I was a desk job there. Obviously, I didn't work out there. They fired me for obvious reasons. Don't look for a trend either, okay? I'm not regularly fired. At least not that I think. Yeah, after that, I went to work for Homeland Security. And as you realize, you know, I am from, you know, a family of 8 kids. I am Mexican. So, you know, we know how to procreate, that's for sure. But I was working there for a couple of years, and I had to leave that job pretty much because I was trying to get too many family members back in. Yeah. But hey, I came from Homeland Security to come work here at DPSS as an office assistant, filing and imaging. I just came full circle right now, you know, it's like, what the heck, you know? I felt like I should be calling my old managers up and going like, you got me where I am today. I want to thank you so much. Now, I explained, you know, I've been doing this for a while, as you heard Edward say. I've performed the improv, I've performed a bunch of different places here. You know, sometimes it's hard for us to come up on stage and do this thing, and it's, you know, coming up to a silent audience, much like yourselves. You know, it's not always easy. You know, I shake up here. I get nervous every time I go to perform. But you know what? I want to give props to everyone who came up here already, and also the people who are coming up after me. You know, give them a hand, because it takes a lot to come up here. We're all nervous at this point. We were all supposed to introduce each other. We don't know what the heck to say. Now, as I've stated, I've been doing this for a while. 5 years, actually, I've been performing. And all I can say is I've got a lot of support, and most of that support comes from my family, obviously. And, you know, I like to show my family that I love them too. You know, as I stated, my sisters were the ones dressing me funny. I got back at one of my sisters before. She works for a church, and she was introducing our family to one of the priests. And she goes up and says, oh yeah, here's my sister. And the priest tells her, oh yeah, she looks similar. And I was like, oh, cool. And then she saw me walk up and she goes, oh yeah, this is my brother. And he goes, yeah, you guys look alike. I said, yeah, but she shaved today. The priest never laughed so hard. My sister didn't like it so much, but yeah. You know, the other things that, you know, I've gotten in trouble at church also, you know. I don't know how many people have had their phone go off at inopportune time, you know, it's like, oh, gotta put it silent. I had a ringtone of The Simpsons at one point. And middle of the mass, all of a sudden the priest goes, let us pray, and all I hear is, no! Silent. Okay, you know, that was one of my awkward moments and all that. But, you know, like I said, I was showing my family, I have sarcasm because of, you know, the large family that I was raised in. And, you know, working in the county, you guys know sarcasm. We use it often. You know, matter of fact, working for the county, I've become more fluent in sarcasm. You know, I even got to be an ET for the county here. Where's the ETs at? All right. You know, I'm still looking for someone to take me back. All right. But you know, I did this whole thing, and I loved being able to talk to the people out there. But it was kind of fun to ask those key questions. Have you ever been convicted of a drug felony? And some of you know that question. The answers are always weird too, because I got one that he answered and said, yeah, the first one. Wait, first one? There's more than one? Yeah, there was one. I said, well, what's the first one? He goes, well, manslaughter. I said, okay, I'm gonna be nice to you. Now, I'm gonna kind of go back to where, you know, showing that, you know, I show love for my family. My family shows love for me. Like I said, I have 2 kids, 2 boys. My 6-year-old gave me the pleasure of having a nice little Father's Day gift this year. And he wrote it up quite nicely in a little thing that he did in school. And the first page reads off, "My dad is tall." Go ahead, get it in. Let that soak. I'm the second tallest in my family. We're doomed. All right, my parents were probably shooting for either a lawn care service or a small sports team. But, who knows what happened there. They, the next line on my son's thing was, "My dad is a monster who always farts." I'll have you know, I am not a monster. And the last line on that page actually said, "My dad has black hair." I'm like, well, 1 for 3. All right, he got it. Good job, boy. My other son, he's 10. He's listening to everything that this little boy's reading to me, and he says, he heard that tall line. He goes, "I know the truth, Dad. You're messed up." To a 6-year-old, I am tall. But, they show they love me like that, And, I have my moments. They get me on that. And it's just awesome to have, great kids. So, with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and close and say thank you for giving me all the laughs, all the love here. You guys were awesome. I hope you got, vote for me. Vote for me. Circle my name already. I'm going to go ahead and bring Edward back up here. Thank you guys again.
Right, give it up for Carlos Martin. Good gosh, man. Being short, man. So when you eat the card now, make sure he's not at the bars.